Hello and welcome to the podcast. It's Hot Food Hot, the show that puts the E's in cheese. I'm Tyler Burish, your host of the podcast, reporting to you live from the Hot Food Hot studio. Right away, I've got some numbers to share out. The Hot Food Hot hotline is 816-813-2669, and for international callers, that's 1-816-813-2669. Hot takes on all your hot questions on food and travel. We have a very busy show. Just remember to the listeners, when you call in, just get right to the point, and we'll accept all opinions. We'll hear what you have to say. We'll daydream ideas with you a little bit. We'll even debate you a little bit. But this helps us to get to as many calls as we can. Okay, looks like we got Construction Paul on line 2. Let's go to line 2 with Construction Paul. Paul, you're on the air.
Hello, my name is Paul, and I'm a construction inspector. I was calling to see if you could give me some meal prep ideas that are both healthy and ready to go. I often find myself eating lunch on job sites for my vehicle without resources to have a hot meal. Anyway, thanks for taking the call. Big fan of the show. Thank you.
Yeah, Paul, I see your point there. Let me think. What are some lunch hacks, maybe affordable daily type of meal prep ideas? Could be anything from chicken noodle soup to sliced peaches. You'd want to embrace a good set of utensils. Strawberries and chicken salad are going to be better than potato chips. Okay, here we go. You do those tortilla wheelies, those like pinwheel sandwiches. And if you do the spread right, it'll hold together. Like if you use an herbed cream cheese on the tortilla, that'll get the tortilla to stay closed once it's wrapped up. You can use those spinach wraps or sun-dried tomato wraps, like those green and orange tortillas that are available at the store. A bunch of these are gluten-free too. You lay out your ham and cheese and spinach leaves all flat and roll it up, then slice it about 9 times to get 10 sandwich coins, or pinwheels, I guess. Stack those up and you're good to go. Other sandwiches could be fine, but I'm generally going to be recommending paying attention to the bread. A higher quality or a different form, like a tortilla, a baguette, or a bagel. All of these hold pretty well in the freezer too, so you can try around without concerning yourself with waste. I could also see muesli. That's like that yogurt-based fruit salad where you can mix and match fresh and dried fruits. So, for example, you could do Greek yogurt with diced apples, dried blueberries, some oats, some chia seeds. Mix that up, put a little cinnamon in there, put it in your bowl, put a stripe of dried banana chips on top, put a little handful of almonds striped right next to that, and there you go, pack a spoon. When you eat that, you'll feel like you drank a pot of coffee. Just go crazy with all sorts of fruits and nuts. Buy what's on sale. Oh, dude, you can do the same with meats. Like, have you ever been at the store and found buy one, get one andouille sausage? Just take both of those, throw them on the grill. Don't underestimate the power of grill and chill. You could grill shrimp and refrigerate them and then throw them on top of a salad with a lemon vinaigrette. Put some crushed red peppers in the vinaigrette for some heat. Some thinly sliced rings of red onion. Or you could do grilled and chilled chicken strips over a little bit of rice and vegetables. And I love vegetables. You know, another thing I like to do is take some squash and zucchini and carrots and put that on the grill. Let it rest, chop it up, drizzle on some extra virgin olive oil, and then throw in those little balls of mozzarella. They're called mozzarella pearls. It's all fresh and all beautiful. I would take a pen and paper, or just open up the Notes app on my phone and put weekly menu as the title. Maybe I'd sketch out, Monday, fresh fruit and holdovers from the weekend. Tuesday, grilled protein, vegetables, rice. Wednesday, that's my salad day. You're a salad chef now, and Wednesday's the day for that. And then what you do is, back at the grocery store, you have your menu that you can kind of pattern it and get used to it. You could even sort of memorize it. But while you're at the grocery store, you can be looking for all the sales tags and all the seasonal produce and all the meat and seafood specials. Oh my gosh, the phones have absolutely exploded. So if that makes sense, what else? How are you going to carry the food in the car when you're eating lunch in your car? Well, hot food hot, cold food cold. Just like the name of the show. You don't want food to be in the temperature danger zone. Oh, so here's what you do. You need to have the right mug and containers and bag. I think you'd be better off keeping stuff cold. You'd probably be more successful. You could probably keep a soup or sauce hot in a thermos, and that would be fine. A pro tip here is, if you have a thermos, you almost want to charge it with some hot water first. Not charge it like plug it in, but hit it with something hot before you put your food in there, and that'll just kind of get that first warm-up of the thermos, and then it'll last a long time. This kind of reminds me of like keeping your keys generally in the same place at your house. Then when you want to leave your house, you pretty much know where the keys are going to be, so you don't have to spend a bunch of time looking for the keys. That might be a stretch, but this is kind of like the work lunch version of that. You want to make sure that you have all of your stuff ready to go. As far as eating on the road or in your truck, there's a whole psychology thing here. Maybe set up a chair at a park and look over at little ducks or just something. So I hope that helps, Paul. Hope that helps point you in the right direction with food ideas and, what you like to eat, and if that works into your work-life balance and everything in between. Essentially, if you can string together your pattern of purchasing food at the grocery store, the foods that you eat in the evenings, and then back that into a good set of hot and cold food containers that you can take with you on the road, you can still deliver excellent nutrition into yourself away from home. And thank you for calling in. Next up on the show, a lot of our listeners have been requesting tips for exercising while traveling, and that one for me is, you got 2 or maybe 3 options. When you're traveling, sometimes you're staying at a hotel and sometimes you're staying with friends or family. What you can do is you can either go to a gym and use those different cardio machines or lift weights. You could also go classic and get out there into the world, go for a run. That's especially cool if you're in a new place and a good way to sightsee. So whether you go to the gym or you go outside run, you need to just be in the headspace of whatever's around the corner. You're going to accept it and you're going to deal with it. Maybe it's a new piece of equipment at the gym that you haven't dealt with. That's your equipment today, but you got 30 minutes or 60 minutes on that piece of equipment. Or if you're going running, maybe it's raining outside. Maybe you got to put up with that a little bit. You're in a perishable moment. Now's your chance to see that city in a new way. Or if you want a little more privacy, you can do all of your exercises right there in your room. You can buy these resistance bands that are good for doing curls and different resistance exercises. It's kind of like doing weights, but not really. But it's more than not having them. And if you're wanting to do something totally different, you could also try yoga. There's tons of great videos that take you through a bunch of different yoga poses. And if you're traveling, say if you're taking a week vacation and you want to do all of your exercises in your room, that might be a good chance to try out yoga and just see if that works for you. In one of the videos, there's this girl that's going through all these easy, normal poses and twists. But every once in a while, she throws in something that's like, I don't know, medium difficulty. And I'm like, what? I'm trying to keep up with her, so let's say I'm sitting on the ground and she says, put your right leg over your left leg. Okay. And then tuck your left leg under. So now my legs are in a Z. And then put your left elbow at your right knee. And it's crazy. It's like I could do one direction of that, but I couldn't do the other one. I just kept falling over and felt like such a beginner. But practice makes perfect. And I gotta admit, you feel pretty amazing afterward. Everything feels in line. You feel all stretched out. Moving on, some of the feedback that we get from our listeners is about just how busy they are. They have families and lives, and they're traveling, they're on airplanes, and how can they use food to get them closer to their family? So I came up with 3 dinner ideas because you didn't have time to think about it. 3 dinner ideas so you can spend more time with your spouse in the kitchen. 3 dinner ideas so you can spend more time with your kids cooking, teaching them the principles of cooking. So, in the end, it's all about having fun and eating nutrition at the same time, not just ordering Uber Eats because it's easy. So the first dinner idea, because we didn't have time to think about it, is lasagna. We will all remember lasagna in our lives. We love lasagna. There's lots of different ways to do it. You layer it together, bunch of cheese on top, slap that puppy in the oven, good to go. Second dinner idea, because you didn't have time to think about it, fried chicken with pepper gravy, mashed potatoes. This is a real comfort food, but the production of it, by taking chicken, sometimes pounding it out so that it's more thin, dipping it in an egg wash, dipping it in breadcrumbs, frying it, making a pepper gravy, making mashed potatoes. This is completely comfort food for me. This is the type of food that I like to eat. The third dinner idea, because we didn't have time to think about it, let's get a little Mediterranean here. Let's throw together some hummus and labneh. What I like about hummus is that you can really flavor it any way you want. You can make garlic hummus or red pepper hummus or... Guys, the hummus is up to you. And then labneh, that's like that thick yogurt that's really good with veggies and, well, pita bread. There's enough food preparation, food science, food fun going on there that you can have a whole event making hummus and labneh inside of your household. Of course, to wash it all down, your beverage of choice, a crisp beer, a glass of your favorite wine, a hot green tea, a sparkling water, tap water. The choice is yours. I know how it can feel sometimes, that your world is like right in front of you, but you're part of something larger. Fit in where you fit in. Do your best in each moment. Tell someone close to you that you love them. You are in this larger situation, and all of your day-to-day moments add up to your life. So live it as best as you can. That's it for the show this week, everyone. Subscribe if you like to have fun, and subscribe if you have a middle name. Have a wonderful day. Life is a journey, and we journey together.